Hey loves, it is Kendra here with the Prosperous Projector, and I'm coming on today to talk about trusting your authority. In human design, right, we all have our own authority. You have your own authority within you. One of my core philosophies that I live by, that is just the essence of who I am, and it's what I bring into my business, is that I believe that each one of us has our own inner wisdom and knowing, guidance, instinct, whatever you want to call it. We all have it. We all have the answers to our own questions within us. We all have the ability to tap into our potential and unleash that potential and express that potential in the world. I believe that we hold the answers, the keys to some of our most deepest answers. Now, we may need some help with the support of a coach or the support of a mentor to help us kind of unlock some of those pieces within us, to help us open up some doors within our psyche so that we can actually see and tap into this wisdom and the answers that we hold. But I deeply believe we all have that within us, right? And so it's one of the pieces it's one of my favorite things about human design is that for me anyways, the whole idea of helping you understand and embody and align to your human design is about helping you to truly tap into your truth, helping you trust your knowing, helping you get really confident and certain about what it is that you know for yourself, and then taking bold action, aligned action, faithfully aligned action towards the thing that you desire to create, right? And so in human design, we all have we have a different authority. And so your authority in human design, when you pull your chart, you see what your type is, and then you're going to also see what your authority is. You'll see your strategy and authority. Your strategy and authority work together, right? But your authority is really kind of what helps you to aim and be able to tune into if what you are responding to, if what you have received as an invitation is right for you. Because everything is not right for you, right? Every yes that you receive in your business is not right for you. Every invitation that you receive in your business is not right for you. Every opportunity that you receive is not right for you. And as projectors, we have to be super clear and discerning about which invitations are the ones that we are meant to say yes to. Too many times, projectors are just looking for and just hoping to receive that aligned invitation, right? The invitation that says, yes, I see you, that says, yes, I recognize you. And because you're so, wanting this invitation so bad, you'll begin to take in any invitation that comes your way, not using your authority. And again, what I want to also say in this is that we're not really taught to truly trust ourselves. At a young age, we are taught to not trust ourselves, right? And this is not about playing the blame game and blaming our parents or blaming society or anything like that, but it's the truth. We are in a world that the way that it is designed, the way that it is structured, it is not designed in such a way that supports you in actually knowing how to trust yourself. Knowing how to trust yourself is a skill. When we are little kids, when we're younger, and before the world gets a hold of us, before we, step into this conditioned realm, we know, right? We have this deep inner connection with ourselves, and we know and we trust ourselves, and we're certain, and we're bold and fearless, right? And of course, our parents doing the jobs that they do, they want to protect us, right? They want to make sure that we're not going to hurt ourselves, that we're not going to, do something that's going to cause us harm. And that is a really good thing, because when we are young kids, we don't really understand the full spectrum of, the things that could happen, or the, or we don't know how to be scared, that we should be scared of some things. And that's a good thing in some respects. But as we get older and we begin to develop into our womanhood, into our adulthood, we carry that with us, and we don't take the actions, we don't do the things, we don't step into the opportunities that we're feeling called to, because we're too locked in to the fear of, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if this doesn't work? What if I fail? What if I risk this? What if this person doesn't like me? What if people think I'm this? What if people think I'm that? We live in that world, and so we shut ourselves off from our own authority that's within us, that's telling us, and that's constantly there to guide us to what is right? So trusting your own authority, it takes time, it takes work, it takes some effort, and it takes you deciding that you're going to trust your authority. My clients will sometimes question me, or the ladies that are in my community will ask me, well, how do I develop this trust, right? And the thing is, I can give you practices and tell you to, go practice playing with your authority. Go practice tuning into your authority. Tap into yourself and get quiet and listen and pay attention to what comes up. I can tell you all the things you can do, but you have to decide that you're actually going to trust your authority. Okay? So whether you're a splenic authority, whether you're an emotional authority, whether you are a self-projected authority, it doesn't matter what your authority is, you've got to practice it. And then what you've got to do is be willing to pull up your courage, pull up and pull away from the fear and step into your courage and say, okay, I'm going to practice being in my own authority. I'm going to practice tapping into my authority, whatever that may be, and taking the best action that I can take and trusting that it is going to show me where to go next, right? Because that's the thing. You won't take the step because you're looking for steps 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's not how this works, right? When we choose to step into being more of who we are, when we choose to step into being into the dream that we desire, when we step into our vision that we see, you're not going to see all the steps laying ahead of you. You're not going to. It's not designed that way. So this is why it is so important for you to understand what your truth is, for you to understand who you are, and for you to cultivate the skill of trusting yourself and being your own authority. What I see happening right now in the industry, especially like in the coaching industry, is people abdicating their authority to other people, right? Well, you tell me what to do. What should I do with this? What should I do about that? What should I do about that? You're abdicating your authority. The moment I have had clients that I've turned away that have come to me and said, well, I want you to tell me what to do. I am never going to say to you, you have to do this, you have to do that, because that is you abdicating your power. Now I'm being the authority of your life and your business. I want you to know and you to decide. And sometimes that may mean that you've got to talk through some things. You might need to process some things. You may need to shift some beliefs. You may need to go practice being with your emotional authority or being with your splenic authority. You may need to talk it out and sound it out and hear your truth. You may need to do those things, but when you do them, and I hold the space for you, the safe space for you to be able to make a choice on your own that is yours, that is right for you, that feels aligned for you, even if it doesn't make sense to the mind, that is how you learn how to be in your authority. Too many of us are trying to operate our lives and businesses from here. And we need to be operating our lives and businesses from here, from our inner authority, right? Your mind, again, I said this all the time, but your mind can only give you what it already knows. That's it. Logic can only give you what it already knows. Your body has an innate wisdom about it that makes no sense to the logical mind. It makes no sense to the logical mind. So if you are practicing with your authority and leaning into your emotional authority, or maybe you're really trusting and leaning into your splitting authority, and you're then trying to run it through your mind, you're going to psych yourself out and you're not going to take that action. You're going to question yourself. You're going to doubt yourself. You're going to look for evidence to the contrary, and nothing's going to happen. So you've got to be willing to move with your authority when it shows up, right? You got to be willing to actually spend some time with yourself, right? Learning yourself. Becoming aware of your patterns, becoming aware of the energetic themes that you are playing out currently in your life and the energetic themes that you've been playing out your whole life, right? You need to become aware of where you are on the spectrum of the energetic themes, and are you playing out the higher frequency, or are you playing down here in the low frequency of that energetic theme? And a lot of this is unconscious, right? Some of these patterns that show up within your human design, you don't even know you're doing them. It isn't until you sit down and you begin to look at your human design and you begin to really dissect and look at, where you are defined. defined, right? Where's your definition at? Where are you undefined, and where have you taken in conditioning from those around you? Where have you been imprinted with conditioning from your upbringing? It's not until you start questioning how you've always done things that you'll begin to have some of these unconscious things bubble up to your conscious mind that you then get to change, right? And so trusting your authority is really about scrubbing and clearing out some of that unconscious junk that's within you that is not serving you. It's about learning how to be with the fear when it shows up, and understanding that just because the fear is there doesn't mean you can't take a step forward. Just because fear shows up doesn't mean something bad is going to happen. What it means is that you're stepping into a territory that your mind is not able to give you any ideas about, because it's never been there. But if you listen to your body will be the compass for you to move forward. But it takes skill. It takes practice to be able to walk with the fear and not crumble. To be able to walk with the fear and not be wobbly and all over the place. It takes practice to walk with the fear and not, stop and freeze and run back to the other side, run back to your old ways of being, right? And it takes courage to be able to do that. It takes courage to trust your authority. But you are your own authority. And when you can step into that, when you can really begin to practice your own personal alignment, when you begin to practice it, that's when you will begin to see things change and shift, right? So, I see a lot of the times, we have amazing ideas and amazing thoughts and all of this stuff going on up here, but there's no action being taken. So if you're just up here and you're not actually taking the action, you're not actually prioritizing, okay, this is what's important and here's what I'm going to do, then you're just going to continue to recreate and keep creating the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, right? And so you want something different. You want something more. You want to be more. You want to be more on purpose. You want to be more intentional, right? And so that requires you to be willing to become that person. It requires you to be willing to trust yourself. Are you willing to trust yourself? And this is why mentorship and coaching and having someone there to support you while you do this is so important, because it feels scary, right? You're walking into this dark forest that you've never been in before, and you're like, oh my God, I don't know what this is. It doesn't feel right. It's still scary. What if this happens? What if that happens? And when you're by yourself, you have no one that can encourage you. You have no one that can support you. You have no one to tell you that, oh, you know what, this is normal. It's okay. This is normal. You're going to feel this resistance right at this point, but keep going, right? You can handle it, right? You can handle it. One of the things that occurred to me a couple of weeks ago, I was at the gym working with my trainer, and we were doing some working out my quadriceps. And oh my gosh, it was burning so bad. It was burning so bad. And so at the end, I was like, God, why does it have to burn, right? Why does it have to hurt in order for us to sculpt and build our bodies in the way that we desire them to be? Why does it have to be like that? And so her and I started talking, she started talking about how when you are building muscle, you're actually tearing your muscle, right? Your muscle fibers are actually tearing when you're lifting weights. And then your body goes back in and it builds it back up, but it builds it up stronger, right? So we look in that sense, like there's a purpose for that pain. So it's the same thing as you're moving through this journey called life, as you're moving through this journey of your business. It is the same thing. You feel uncomfortable, it's going to hurt a little bit, you might just want to just jump out of your skin sometimes. But when you make the choice to trust yourself and to trust your authority and move through it anyways, what happens is you become stronger internally, right? You learn how to regulate yourself emotionally. You're going through times that feel scary. You don't get knocked off of balance. You don't get knocked out of alignment as quickly when you carry and allow yourself and lead yourself through those times that feel a little scary, right? Everything that you desire is on the other side of the door that says, this is scary. Oh no, this is weird. All right? Oh, I've never done this before. This happens. And you want the other side of you open that door and step into it. Right? So yourself. You get to trust yourself. It is safe to trust yourself. Play with being in your authority. I'm a splenic projector, so one of the things I do daily in my meditation is I'm constantly connecting with my spleen, right? If you're a splenic authority, your authority is very instinctive. It's very in the moment, right? It's not, oh, let me think about it. It's like, this is what I know to do, let's go do it. And so I connect intentionally with my authority every single day when I'm sitting in meditation. I'm listening, right? I'm listening to what is going on. So many times we want this thing over here, and so we're like, okay, we go over and do these things, and we fail to listen. We fail to listen to what's going on within. We fail to pay attention to what our desires are, right? We fail to understand what our uniqueness is so that we can bring that to the world. We fail to take time to not honor, but we fail to take the time to honor, pay attention to our own resonance, our own frequency of where we are before we do things. Right? But you can trust yourself, right? And you can trust your authority. So play with your authority. Play with it. Experiment with it. Your whole human design and how you're designed to interact in the world, if you come from a mind of experimentation instead of, I gotta get this right, you will reap so many rewards. Okay? All right, so let me let you know about what I have currently open for right now for those that are interested. I have the doors to my program that I've typically only the past year I've only been leading private clients. I decided to open it up to everyone, to the public. And it's called My True North Soul Activation Journey. The whole point of it, the whole purpose of this program is to help you to tap into your star, help you to tap into your guidance, your truth, to help you raise your resonance and frequency, to help you understand and accept your uniqueness so that you can expand to your next level, right? It's for us. We will start in January. The investment is $111. If you're interested, send me a message and I'll give you more information. But this is the place that you want to be to stop listening to what's in the world. You're ready to choose what your says. What does your guidance say? What does your authority say? What are your truths? That everyone, what are your, and embrace learning how to emotionally regulate yourself so that you can have a baseline frequency that is available for more that you desire. Right? It's a place for you to understand your uniqueness because you are unique. You have so much beautiful uniqueness you're bringing to the world, and you're not letting it be seen because you're afraid of what others may think. Right? So we're going to tap into what is uniqueness. We're going to tap into how to expand to that next level. So it's 4 weeks together. It's going to be a true soul activation journey. You will be activated during this journey. We start in January. Since $1,111. If you're interested, send me a DM. All right? Okay, loves. I will talk to you later. Have an amazing day. Bye.